Today on Flavor of Poland, we have a truly special journey before us. We're off to Warsaw, the capital of Poland. And goodness, do we have a lot to see. Prepare your eyes, your hearts, and your taste buds because the Polish capital is full of historic, cultural, and culinary riches. It's a city where some of the most epic aspects of Poland's national history lie beautifully conserved alongside modern life and innovation. Here, Poland's modern culinary masters reach back into Poland's historic traditions to develop new tastes that simply shock and amaze. In today's episode, we'll have the chance to explore the unbelievable tastes of Poland's capital, both old and new, from the very hands of some of Poland's most esteemed culinary experts. Our walk through Warsaw is going to be an unforgettable experience. I cannot wait to share it with you.
Funding for this program is provided by Polish and Slavic Federal Credit Union. Our credit union is more than a bank.
Baron Chocolatier.
LOT Polish Airlines offers non-stop flights from the United States to Europe via Poland or Hungary. Luggage, hot meals and drinks are all included. The in-flight entertainment system gives you access to a wide variety of movies and cartoons.
Be our guest. LOT Polish Airlines, a Star Alliance member.
Ernest Rust. Kitchens, wardrobes, interiors.
Welcome to Flavor of Poland. My name is Alexandra August, and I'm so excited to take you on a delicious journey through my native country. I'm a Polish-American actress, but I also love to eat, and I love to cook. Growing up in the States, I was always asked questions about Poland's culture, its history, and most of all, of course, about its food. So I finally decided to take all of you from back home, back here to my first home, and introduce you to its true flavor.
Thousands of tourists from every corner of the earth come to experience Warsaw, the capital of the Polish state and its Masovian region. Located in the center of the country, along the Vistula River at the crosspoints of major communication routes from the east, west, north, and south of Europe, Warsaw has been, and still is today, an international city with doors wide open to the world, and yet at its core remains the essence of everything Polish. I invite you to join me for this very special journey through the Polish capital. The history of Warsaw, the capital of Poland and the largest city in the country, dates back to the founding of Old Warsaw, an early settlement built in the 13th century by the merchants of Toruń, here on the site of the Old Town Warsaw district.
The merchants who founded the city were brought to this area ages ago by Bolesław II of Masovia. Since that time, the city and its region have seen enough history to fill volumes of books. Any visit to Warsaw should begin with a stroll through the part of the city where it all began, the iconic and charming Old Town district. This historic center of Warsaw is the oldest part of the city, as well as the cultural epicenter of Poland's capital. Founded in the 13th century as a princely stronghold and fortified settlement, it flourished and developed with the growth of the capital. Today, it not only awes and inspires visitors with its multitude of enchanting buildings and historic objects, it is also the world's only example of a full, planned, and completed reconstruction of monuments and architecture formed between the 13th and 20th centuries.
In 1944, during the Warsaw Uprising of World War II, the Old Town district was razed to the ground. The bombings left colorful tenement houses, the surrounding old fortifications, the area's historic churches, its old square, the royal castle, and everything in sight in complete ruin. In fact, about 85% of the entire city of Warsaw was left in complete destruction. It might be hard to tell and even harder to acknowledge when walking through this charming area of Warsaw today that all the beauty that surrounds us now lay burned in rubble only a few decades ago. More important and unbelievably admirable, however, is the reconstruction project that followed the tragic events of World War II. Following the war, Poles undertook a noble and unprecedented task. In the span of only 5 years, brick by brick, they lovingly rebuilt the most beautiful district of their capital.
Using as many remaining fragments of the original constructions as they could save, they reconstructed the entire Old Town area within these few short years. The massive reconstruction project was carried out upon the basis of preserved historical documents, including paintings and drawings of the neighborhood left behind by the great 18th century painter of Warsaw, Canaletto. Also deserving of mention is the Royal Castle, which is undoubtedly one of the most impressive monuments in Warsaw.
The Royal Castle of Warsaw was reconstructed numerous times throughout its history, and as with the rest of the Old Town district, it was left in complete ruin in the turmoil of World War II. It was reconstructed again between 1971 and 1988 with the incorporation of its remaining fragments. Sigismund's Column, which towers over the city's dwellers and visitors in the castle square, is one of the oldest public monuments in the city and one of Warsaw's most iconic landmarks. Age-old cities like Warsaw not only have long and eventful histories, they're also filled with legends. There's one such mysterious character that is particularly important to this city. I give you the Mermaid of Warsaw, the symbol and protector of Poland's capital. Legend has it that ages ago, local fishermen from the villages that once stood upon the grounds of the present-day city freed the mermaid from a greedy merchant who wanted to keep her in captivity and use her for show. In gratitude for their kindness and bravery, the mermaid promised to always return to Warsaw in times of turmoil and great need to protect its people. She continues to keep watch over the city today through countless monuments and depictions, and is even included in the city's coat of arms. An intriguing local myth, don't you think? Frederic, thank you so much for inviting me to your restaurant today. You are the master chef here at the Warsaw restaurant, which is a part of the Warsaw Hotel, a beautiful and modern hotel in the city.
The history of the hotel is really interesting because there's only one building who survived after the Second War.
So the hotel was still left standing in spite of the bombings.
Yes.
But I hear that what you do here at your restaurant is equally fascinating.
So we do our own charcuterie, we do our own bread. The roots are really important for us.
Wonderful. Well, I would love to have a taste of these traditions that you uphold here. I hear you have a surprise for me in your kitchen.
The mushroom pâté. So we just put the mushroom parfait on a plate, spread it. It's inspired by pâté. And we slice the mushrooms.
So you cover it whole with the mushrooms.
Yeah, we cover whole with the mushrooms.
Wow.
Spray with the vinegar. And that's the mushroom powder.
Also a mushroom powder. Wow. Looks like a masterpiece.
Yeah, and that's it. Very simple. You can try this.
Thank you.
So how do you feel about that?
It's absolutely delicious. Daniel, I am so incredibly excited to have come across your restaurant while here in Warsaw, Brasserie Warszawska. Walking in here, it might not appear to be traditionally Polish. So tell me about your vision for this place.
When I found this site, I thought to myself, this is the perfect location for the restaurant that could have been here since before the Second World War. Well, when you look at the history of Poland in general, they were very closely bound with Paris, with Budapest, with Vienna, with London, and the cuisine reflected on that. The sauces, the way we present the dishes, the white tablecloths, the culture, that was always very, very close. However, the Brasserie Warszawska, I wanted to be that mixture of Paris and Warsaw.
Tell me what we have in front of us here today.
Well, we have a bit of Paris and Warsaw, oysters being French. We are now in May, so we have our green asparagus with what the French, they call la polonaise. It means the Polish style with hard-boiled egg à la polonaise.
Very interesting. And you have?
We have the classical steak tartare. In this version, we put some lauvage and some dried parsley. So I wanted to create something that shows a continuation of our culture.
Daniel, thank you so much for this treat.
Thank you, and na zdrowie.
Na zdrowie. You can't have Warsaw without pączki, and you can't have better pączki than the ones at this famous pastry workshop at number 15 on Górczewska Street.
For nearly 100 years, the Zagoździński Pastry Workshop has been producing the most beloved pączki in the city. This family-owned bakery makes the iconic Polish sweet based on a secret recipe that has been passed down from generation to generation. The shop has been visited by many distinguished customers. Politicians, artists, and businessmen from around the world come to its doors for the best sample of the now world-famous Polish donut. On Fat Thursday, locals line up as early as 3 a.m. to get their batch, while the bakery itself prepares to sell as many as 8,000 pączki throughout the day. A visit to this place is like a walk back into the times of pre-war Warsaw. Even the packaging has been unchanged for years. If you're craving something sweet on your visit to the Polish capital, you have to have Polish pączki, and you have to stop in for a package of Zagoździński's best.
Incredibly soft, filled with a multi-fruit marmalade, covered with a sugary glaze. These are pączki you can't find anywhere else but here in Warsaw, and I think there's no better place to enjoy them than one of Warsaw's beautiful parks. Now, you'll have to excuse me, I need to finish the rest of these before we continue our tour. One of the most enchanting areas of Warsaw is the Królewskie Łazienki, or the Royal Baths Park, an expanse of nature set in the heart of Warsaw. The romantic park covers 76 hectares of the city and is the masterpiece of Poland's last monarch, King Stanisław August Poniatowski. Under his rule, Łazienki Park was transformed into a setting for palaces, villas, monuments, and classicist follies. One of the most iconic buildings left over from that time period today is the Palace on the Water, the king's summer residence and a point that every tourist stops to admire.
A Chopin memorial also decorates the Royal Łazienki Park, a proud ode to the great Polish pianist loved and respected around the world. On Sunday evenings in the summer, the whole park resounds with live piano concerts of Chopin's work itself. Warsaw abounds in unusual and traditional products that are not only a proud stamp of the region, but also offer inspiration for individual culinary experimentation, a fact with which the owner and chef of the restaurant I'm about to visit today is well familiar.
I'm making my way to Atelier Amaro, the finest restaurant in the Polish capital and the first restaurant in Poland to receive a Michelin star. Being here in Warsaw, I couldn't possibly miss the opportunity to see what it's all about. Let's head inside and see why Atelier deserves its star.
In order to be able to create something, to start telling the story about Polish cuisine, I have to, really find out what's happening here in the nature. So I sat down and I created the nature's calendar.
Wojciech Modest Amaro is one of the most outstanding chefs in Poland today. Prior to opening the doors of his fine dining restaurant, he embarked on a journey around Poland to learn about the country's native products and culinary traditions. Today, Modest Amaro incorporates that research and his discoveries into his menu at Atelier Amaro, creating a contemporary and original interpretation of Polish cuisine, blending new technologies and creative cooking with the roots of old tradition.
We're gonna create a dish that is using both types of asparagus, white asparagus and the green. I just peel them and shred them. We put those in the container with a little bit of salt. So we are into a season of asparagus, but also a very short season of edible needles. So we're gonna combine them. They will give the acidic forest flavor aroma. A little bit of mayonnaise is mixed with mustard seeds. So this is gonna be one side of the dish, and the second one is gonna be green asparagus smoked in front of our guests. So we use spruce and we use large needles. They are very soft as well, full of flavor. We stack them inside the jar. We have a green asparagus. We need to fry them. So you can see it turns beautiful green
color
with few cubes of butter. So a little bit of that, and we're gonna add, of course, this aroma of forest.
Now these ingredients that you're using from the forest, do you pick them yourself?
Yes, it's ready. Very quickly. 2 minutes maximum. I'm gonna put them in a jar. And flame it. We want the smokiness coming through nicely. 90 seconds in front of the gas. We have our remoulade of white asparagus that we're going to place on this beautiful plate. Some more needles, just nicely on the top. You can smell that.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. The acidity, smokiness.
I think everyone who shares in Polish heritage can be very proud of the work that you've done. So thank you for that. I'm sure the next time I visit you, there'll be at least a second star, if not a third, because I think you deserve them all. So thank you for the visit and for all the lessons.
Thank you.
Welcome to Polish Versailles, Wilanów Palace. This pearl of Polish architecture was once the second residence of Poland's kings and later on a home to his biggest magnates. The palace lies within a district of Warsaw carrying the same name, Wilanów. The stunning palace lies adjacent to a picturesque park, old churches, museums, and restaurants that uphold and preserve Poland's royal history and its artistic heritage. Having survived the country's many tumultuous events, it stands as a proud holding place of Polish culture, art, tradition, and its class.
The residence of the King of Poland was the royal castle in Old Town Warsaw, correct? So how did the palace in Wilanów come about?
Yes, the king's official residence was indeed at the royal castle in Warsaw, but he also had a few unofficial residences. Among them was what we would call a suburban villa. This was a small palatial residence set within a garden located not too far from the city. Today, that residence serves as the rector's office for the Warsaw University. In addition to that, he also had a country residence, what we call Villa Rustica, located in the countryside, and that was Wilanów, the palace we stand in front of here.
So what is found inside the Wilanów Palace today?
We have here what we call two traditions. The tradition of plays initiated by King Jan Sobieski III and the museum tradition. Our main fascination is education through history and art. A few years ago we completed a restoration of the palace facade, and from under plastering from the 19th and 20th centuries we uncovered its historic colors, so today we have here the splendor of the royal residence in all its glory.
As a rare treat today, instead of inviting you into my own kitchen, I've been invited to the kitchen of Maciej Nowicki, and I'm taking you with me. Maciej runs the Culinary Research and Education Center, which is a part of the Wilanów Palace Museum. And this is where he creates all of his magic, or rather recreates all of the magic of Poland's culinary heritage. So I'm so excited to learn from you today. Where do we begin?
We begin from this. First Polish cookery book, 1682. So was the most important representative ingredients and flavors from the period. Sturgeon, which is pretty unique traditional Polish fish. So we can start filleting the sturgeon.
All right.
There's a very, very nice piece of fat in the fish, which is lovely. We need this fat, and also sturgeon neck contains loads of flavor. So we're going to prepare the fillet, and later on I'm going to use all the offcuts. We used to call it nose to tail eating.
Right,
so
exactly.
you can't waste absolutely anything from the animal. including the fish also. The most representative flavor about the 17th century Polish cuisine is the spices. The cuisine of 17th century was full of flavors. It was flavor based on a contrast. It was sweet and sour and balanced flavor. Please remember that we are still talking about the Baroque. We are still talking about theatrical way of thinking. It was a lot of different, very strong ingredients, spices such as ground nutmeg, saffron, cinnamon, very often used all together.
Right.
So you need to be very careful with all those ingredients and use them very carefully. All I'm going to do now is put fillet into my broth.
What is this broth? Tell me about what it's made of.
So the broth is made out of the baked and cooked sturgeon heads. So it needs to be cooked till it's golden brown. That's why you got this very intensive flavor. All you need to have its temperature about 90 degrees. Just slightly touched by the temperature about 10 up to 15 minutes. Meantime, we got a young beets, young courgette, and obviously asparagus, and first the deer broad bean.
That's a popular Polish
Yes, popular
vegetable.
Polish, and I love it. The first thing which we're gonna do, it's carrots. This kind of carrots which we recognize now as a purple haze, that's probably the most original color of the carrots ever. I'm gonna put them into the boiling water for 2-4 minutes. So now we can put the beetroots on a pan. We're going to use a little bit of butter, squeeze of lime juice, and sturgeon broth.
Wow, that is going to taste so good.
We're going to reduce this quite quickly, so sweet and sour.
Exactly, like you said before.
Now courgette, which is version of zucchini. A little bit of the water.
From the carrots this time.
Yes, exactly. And pinch of salt. Pepper. 2-3 minutes max.
Take a moment to take in all of these aromas happening here. I don't know if you realize, but there's poetry happening behind us. Culinary poetry.
Two last steps. Asparagus and broad beans. Broad beans first. And asparagus. And now just a touch of temperature. All right, so now at the very end, please remember the Polish proverb, fish to taste right needs to swim 3 times. In the water, in the butter, and in the wine or the butter.
I love that.
All right, so all stuff is done. I will start plating up. We can start in this beautiful rhubarb puree cooked in a caramel white wine. So courgette. And also this kind of funky, messy style is part of our cooking as well, because we still got this quite messy Baroque style. Now the beets. We've got this beautiful
Wow, they look gorgeous.
beautiful color.
And then we have the carrots.
And also the carrots. And the end of the story on our plate, which is sturgeon. Last touch, eatable flowers.
Wow.
All right, so now you need to taste it.
I definitely need to taste it.
There you go.
Thank you.
Enjoy it.
Wow, it's so soft and delicate. Okay, so one thing at a time, or all together?
Well, you can do it one at a time.
It just falls apart in your mouth.
Spring on a plate.
Absolutely spring on a plate. It's unbelievable.
Thank you.
Maciej, to say that this was a delight is not enough. Thank you for everything that you've taught me here. It's been quite a journey.
Thank you very much.
Warsaw has surprised, amazed, and delighted me beyond measure. I hope that you enjoyed this adventure through the Polish capital as much as I have. I'll see you in the next episode of Flavor of Poland.
Funding for this program is provided by Polish and Slavic Federal Credit Union. Our credit union is more than a bank.
Baron Chocolatier. Lot Polish Airlines offers non-stop flights from the United States to Europe via Poland or Hungary. Luggage, hot meals and drinks are all included. The in-flight entertainment system gives you access to a wide variety of movies and cartoons.
Be our guest. Lot Polish Airlines, a Star Alliance member.
Ernest Roost. Kitchens, wardrobes, interiors.